Hi everyone, the Bitcoin price has been going down, and now I want to analyze in this video if we're going down, what would be the worst case scenario? If we're going up, what would be the base case scenario? Are we going to the 101, or are we just going to be holding this support the 109 and 108? Also, we're gonna see how Friends is getting in trouble right now because they're also having issues, potentially as well, how it's been calling banking crisis. So this is something to keep in mind because this is just super bullish for Bitcoin. We're gonna see what actually is going on. So first, we're gonna start with the first 4 hour chart. Many people think already we'll go to 118, but as I was saying to you, that's in the daily, and we still have now will be around 7 days. But this week is really important because we need to smash and break the 13,000. We cannot be just consolidating over here and do nothing. Let's see. Let me show you. And now we have the confirmation on the 4 hours where we either gonna consolidate or go down. I do think we're gonna go a little bit lower than where we are right now to the 101. I don't really see it that because we are still bullish in the daily, and that's why you need to learn about time frames because that is really important. We see how nicely the time is from here. The the confirmation of the bullish edge is start around here. We start already going up, so we still have plenty of time to go and break the MI 55, which is the 113. I don't think there's going to be a big resistance for the Bitcoin price. We're going to see after some days how we um, approach this 117 and 118. So now let's continue with the 4 hour chart because as I was saying always, the previous high, the previous high is the worst moment to enter or the worst area to enter to a trade because the risk is higher. And we see over here in these confirmations before. Let's see. I'll show you. Right here we have it as well. These confirmations, we were all the time. When we wanted to reach the 55 MI or previous high, we went all down. You see, we have the confirmation of the valley. The time was run out already. What do we do? We were down. Here we were down. It won't be an exception, and here as well we were down. So just keep that in mind because it's really simple. As you can see, just looking a little bit before, we can see how this has been forming. And right now, it won't be the exception. In the worst case scenario, I do expect the Bitcoin price to come and fulfill this candle over here. This is still will be liquidation for people who are they have the stop loss over there. So we'll be around the 108, 700, 109. Just keep it in mind, that would be like the best price to enter. I'm gonna be looking at, and the hour chart we can see already the time has been going down. I was mentioning yesterday about how T is gonna continue going up because um, we still have enough time, and even if we will have until these green valleys and kind of like giving fake out confirmations over here, we have the Fortuna line in negative negative trend pretty much, and we start see as well how we start forming this bearish diversion. So that was pretty obvious over there, and we were forming all this, and now we see this retracement to the 110. Um, let's see if we continue gonna go a little bit up. I don't think so. We're getting smashed by this support. So in any case, we're gonna continue going down, and that would be keep an eye to that because I do think we will go and fulfill this in the worst case scenario. Let's see how that play out. So you can still have an option to enter into a trade. Remember, I'm just talking about futures. I'm not talking about a spot. The base area for spot was 107. And still, maybe you have an opportunity in 108, but yeah, just remember, guys, this is not financial advice, and you should be having a good management of your portfolio and risk as well. Um, Let me see. Yeah, now pretty much that is what I wanted to show you. So if you want to enter into a trade, this would be the best area. I was pointing around here, the 108, 107. And if you want to take advantage of the market with a trade, you can also use my coupon code in the description below. You will get a nice coupon code for Bybit. You can go long or short, and also for Bitfinex, where you don't need to invest yourself and you can just trade without KYC. And now I just want to jump into this news of Europe being big trouble with the crisis because France is having a big issue with the deficit. And as you know, like all the countries, they're always moving with debt. And most of them they cannot repay the debt. And what do they do to pay the debt? They just print. They just print. They just debase the currency that you're holding, that you're saving, and you just get pouring it and they just pay the debt. And on top of that, you need to pay a lot of taxes. So that completely insane. I don't understand how people don't wake up. But I mean, you're just saving the currency they can just print, and on top of that, you need to pay taxes. How insane is that? Like, yeah, I mean, that's why this news. I'm sorry for all the people who holding euros, but I mean, you need to do something else, and now you have a solution, which is Bitcoin. This is just a good news for Bitcoin. So then the next years, Bitcoin just gonna this is why in the next year Bitcoin gonna go to 500,000 to 1 million. These are the it's just opposite for Bitcoin because they're gonna continue doing that and that and that. There's no way they can stop that. And now moving on a little bit. Also, you're super early. I have seen it all the time. Just accumulate in Bitcoin, Bitcoin because saving Bitcoin because how the system is so F. The only way that you can protect yourself is having Bitcoin. And now the central bank governor is saying that he's reading the Bitcoin standard. Man, you should be buying. You should be reading the Bitcoin standard. Read it after. That's why you're still early. You're still early. And exactly like Jeff was saying. Listen to this.
When you really understand it, you're constantly a buyer. There's never a price that's too high. I buy in the low, I buy in the high, I constantly, because I don't think about the piece of paper that's being manipulated, pricing the world. When you really
Exactly, being manipulated. Why he referred to that to all the printing the governments are doing? Because sooner or later they always gonna print money. When they run out of money because they couldn't administrate their money, because they just give it to the best friend, to the best party or whatever, they always gonna print money. Always, always. The government doesn't work for you. If you think the government work for you, I mean, I'm sorry, but they actually just work for their own benefit. That's why you should save in Bitcoin, be poor in fiat, and you will be so much wealthy in the future, rewarded by Bitcoin. So that was all for today, guys. Subscribe to the channel, smash that like, share with a friend. I will really appreciate it, and see you tomorrow.